and we're trying to do our best to change and adapt, and I feel like we're really good at pivoting when we need to pivot, and we have.
Lessons learned working remotely. Will it become the new norm? CBS 2's Brian Morin finds out how businesses of all sizes are changing and what it means for the future.
White Cloud Wealth Management in Meridian, the owner, Sean West, has a handful of employees. After going through this, do you see any possibilities of incorporating some of this working remotely into your daily activities?
Yeah, we certainly can, and we're set up that way. So before this all happened, we had technology in place to where we could work virtually from anywhere.
West says lessons learned working remotely during the pandemic can be a win-win moving forward.
It does allow us in the future, if I have a team member that has some sort of thing happen with their family, they need to be there at home and they want to still work, we can work that out. We can have those kind of capabilities, and that's really I guess one of the main things I've seen change through all this is it's shown us, hey, we can do this.
Mike Brown of Mike Brown Group is in real estate. He has 19 workers and 38 agents.
We use Zoom a lot, and on a weekly basis we have sales meetings, and now our sales meetings, we have about 38 agents that join us for sales meetings normally, and we'd get in a conventional conference room, we would have about 20 show up. I just got done with our sales meeting for this morning, and we had 38 people. Everybody was on the call, and we did a Zoom meeting.
Brown also sees how technology will help him sell houses.
We're able to use Zoom with an out-of-state client and show them and walk them through, and here's our area, here's a Google map, and let's use reference points, and you can get people really acclimated that way.
St. Alphonsus has about 6,000 workers from Boise to Baker City, Oregon. Their parent company, Trinity Health, has about 125,000. St. Alphonsus says they were ready when the coronavirus hit.
I would just say that, being part of a larger healthcare organization in Trinity Health has allowed us to very quickly pivot and do what we need to do. Right now, Trinity across the nation has about, on a daily basis, 15 to 20,000 remote workers, and we have the capacity to handle about 85,000 right now. So this is proven technology. We know how to support it, how to roll it out, and we'll be ready if and when we need to in the future.
Right now here in the Valley, St. Alphonsus is still focused on dealing with the pandemic.
COVID has required us to expand the number of people we have working from home. We have about 500 people right now that are working from home. I think that post-COVID, it remains to be seen. We're just going to have to keep an eye on the environment. And first and foremost, we want to make sure that we are ensuring the safety of our colleagues and providers and patients. So we will make decisions on how many people continue to work from home, depending on the situation and what's best for our colleagues.
The unemployment picture in Idaho and the United States will only get worse before it gets better. So says the chairman of the Federal Reserve, who warns the June quarter economic figures will be very, very bad. CBS 2's Scott Logan continues his coverage of Idahoans as they struggle with the biggest unemployment crisis since the Great Depression.
As Idaho slowly reopens, Barry Sowers of Mountain Home is one who has just been hired back to work, but he's still working to get the unemployment benefits he's due ever since being laid off March 23rd. But he can't get through to the Department of Labor. It seems, to borrow a line from the movie, what we've got here is a failure to communicate.
And every time that I did my online application for it, it always tells me that I needed to add my employer. So I would add all the information that I would need for my employer at the time, and then it would turn around and keep telling me that I needed to add my employer. I keep hitting that glitch in the system, then every time that I try calling the number that they have for us, the line's always busy. In one day, I made 88 phone calls.
Stephanie Marshall of Boise knows the feeling. She was furloughed in March and reached out to the Idaho Department of Labor.
was one time that I had to call like 127 times to even get into the queue.
Fortunately, she has the best of safety nets to fall back on.
You know, I'm lucky that I have a big family, and my family is really supportive of anything, you know, and they understand the situation I'm in. I haven't had to get to that point yet.
And she gets it that the state never saw this pandemic coming.
You know, it doesn't help that their only answer is, just sit tight, we'll call you. You know, that doesn't make me feel better.
But maybe Diane Rice's story will make us all feel a little better. The Middleton woman owns 2 small businesses that went south in March when coronavirus crept up on us, and she filed for unemployment.
And you're on hold forever. And so then I just decided, you know, I'd wait it out, and if they had a question, they'd call me.
And bingo, about a week ago, her benefits finally started to arrive.
I actually probably jumped up and down and said, oh my gosh. So yeah, it was pretty exciting.
But she knows many are still waiting to see what the future holds.
There are a lot of people out there who are really struggling, and I really hope that that their help is on the way.
Scott Logan, CBS 2 News.
These changes came in at a rapid pace, and of course we have all sorts of legal obligations that we need to abide by. And so with that being the context that we were working in, we took care of business pretty quickly and made sure everyone was taken care of.
Joey Palmer, spokesperson for the Vallivue School District, says they've been serving about 5,500 meals a day and doing what they can to provide equal access for their students in both urban and rural areas.
Going into the summer school program this year, we're going completely online, and we've put out surveys and contacted families via phone to see if they need not only a device but also connectivity devices such as hotspots.
Before summer school starts, students have to get through this last week of school, and many seniors are looking forward to graduation.
We're going to keep it traditional. We're going to go to the Idaho Center where we originally had it planned.
In order to do that safely, seniors and their families will just have to wait a little longer. There will be 3 ceremonies on June 29th, with an hour break in between each for cleaning.
The Vallivue Academy, I think we have about 100 graduates there and not as many families. So we'll have plenty of social distancing option there. For our 2 bigger high schools, we'll still have the opportunity to spread out. And we're also going to respect all the wishes by the Idaho Center to make sure that only a certain amount of people per family can come in.
They know they'll need to be flexible when it comes to any changes the venue may have to make. They're also being flexible when it comes to planning for the fall.
We are looking at 1-to-1 devices, so that way every student has a device to work on in case we have to go to another soft closure. And we're also making sure that kids have the ability to do a blended learning model.
Right now, they're gauging the community's interest in moving to a 4-day school week, an idea that wasn't in the works before this pandemic, but something their research shows could save on average about 1.5%.
With the 5% holdback that the governor has shared that we need to consider as school districts, 5% doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot of money with a lot of real implications. So we are taking it all in, exploring all options. We're not making commitments to any one plan.
Haley Kramer, CBS 2 News.